Leekautorepair. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. So I got another video for you guys. Excuse me, I'm fumbling already, and I just began. I forget what year this is. I'm not sure. I'll leave it in the description and the comment, not in the comment section, but in the description, maybe in the title of the video. Chrysler Pacifica with the engine, 3.5 engine. I know they come with the 3.5 or the 4.0. So it's 3.5, and then this video I'm going to show you guys how to replace the strut assembly. Now I'm not disassembling the strut, like rebuilding the strut. No, not doing none of that. Taking the whole thing out as a unit and replacing it as a unit. I'll show you guys well what I'm replacing with is we call it a quick strut. It's not what it's called. We call it a complete strut, but we say quick strut. And comes with the new spring strut. Got your boot, and you got your bump stop inside of it. Everything all together, new bearing plate, all of that, or mount plate, whatever it is on top. Looks like a rotating bearing. So it comes together as a whole unit, so I'm going to be replacing that. So this is real simple. So I'm going to let you know what you got to do to get through the job. Like I said, this can be done in your driveway. You can save yourself some time. For me it would be time, but for you would it be you save labor, because I call it time in mechanic terms. But you lose a lot of labor. I mean, you'll save money on labor, because you'll be doing this job yourself. So this video will work out for you. And like I said, I'm the Robin Hood, for the car stuff. I like to help people out. That's just how I am. So you guys should be thankful I'm goddamn nice and shit. So first thing you want to do is I want to point out all of the bolts and shit. There'll be a picture on the side of the screen, so you'll see. So what I'm pointing at right now is 1, 2. You got a nut and you got a bolt combo. I call it a combo because it comes together. So your nut and bolt combo, one right here, the other one right there. You got two of them. They got to get removed. It is a 21 millimeter, so both sides are 21 millimeters. So hold one side in with a wrench or some pliers. Don't be a jackass, use pliers unless it's got a solid grip on it, so that way you ain't stripping the shit. Whatever, just use the correct wrench. Stop one end, spin the other off, just like that, and you'll take a hammer and you're gonna whack it out. Then you got your one point that next, if you got hold, assuming you guys can still see it. Like I said, I'll leave a picture on the side of the screen. So there's a 17 millimeter nut for your sway link. You could lock it, get from behind and lock the stud with I think it's a 17 millimeter or 18 millimeter. I'm not sure, but grab two wrenches anyway and you'll figure it out. And lock one end, one side up, and then back it off with, use air tools, guys. Don't be out here using fucking hand tools, because it'll make your whole life fucking hard and shit. So make sure you got map gas too. If you need map gas, sometimes you gotta heat up sway links and stuff. At times I don't. I'll just get away with spraying it down and then using power tools. So, and then I'm gonna go from the top, which you guys can't see me. Well, I don't have an actual video of it, but I do have a picture of it. There's 3 bolts on the top and side under the hood. So it's 3 13 millimeter bolts. Once you take those 3 13 millimeter, well, it's not bolts, it's nuts. Take the 3 13 millimeter nuts out, and everything should drop down. So we just go ahead and begin the job. It's real simple. All right, so I'm not using electric tools, I'm not using air tools, because I feel like bringing a long line out here. I'm out back of the shop. So first thing I like to do, don't matter what order you go in, any order you want, whatever. You know you need to get the wheel off, right? Because I got the wheel off already, right? So that's pretty much common sense. You can't get the wheel off, you ain't gonna make it through the whole job. I'm just being real with you. So put my 21 millimeter setup on it, and you may have to lock one end with another wrench like this. See how it's all flappy? It's not the correct size, but at least I can get the lock some way. Like I said, you get away with using the correct pliers if you want. So go ahead and back this off. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I'm going to the left. So all right, bam, that came off. I'm gonna take the second one off. All right, that came off. You'll notice too. Well, spray your threads up real good with PB Blaster. You'll notice before it'll be looking like this, just layered up with fucking rust and shit, all fucking look nasty and shit. So if you take your PB blaster, spray it down real good, and you go back it off, just from you just backing it off the threads, it'll automatically clean itself up a little bit. So you can see the threads got a little bit cleaner, so be a good time to go over it again with some PB blaster just so everything is clean. So next you're gonna take a hammer. Don't be like me, use a fucking pansy bitch ass fucking hammer and shit. Use a fucking right hammer and shit, because we're gonna whack this joint out. Like when I say whack it out, we're gonna like whack it out. So don't do no bitch ass fucking wax and shit, that fucking weak shit, dog. We not with that shit. So take this, take your hammer, you ready to go? So go ahead and you could strike this because it's the tip, it kind of caves in at the tip, like a pointy tip a little bit. A striking point, so you can use a hammer and strike this. So we're going to do it just like this. Make sure you don't hit the threads. You hit the threads, then you pretty much fuck the boat up and you're going to be a jackass. You could straighten it back out if you good with a razor and a file, and you could you know, straighten it back up. But if you ain't smooth with that, then don't even be fucking with that shit, you feel me? Bam. So you'll notice from hammering it, it'll shoot out just like that and shit. That's just cause that happens. So continue. Alright, my last one. Now you get away with pushing this hub in. I mean the whole spindle, knuckle. Alright, just gotta maneuver it out, finesse it. That's the word I was looking for, finesse. So got that out. So now we got the bottom part of the strut free. Be careful when you let the lower control arm, more so this whole knuckle comes down. It'll be stopped because the lower control arm is preventing it from stopping. Two, you got the axle in place. Your axle, it will come out of place a little bit, or sometimes it's kind of stuck. Well, I'll save that for another video, but if you have that problem, you just pretty much got to finesse it and pull it out, make some adjustments, shove it back in, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Assuming you ain't in this trouble. So do not let this axle boot spread apart too far. If it does, you're going to have to some way force it back in, like the little joint inside a little cup thing or whatever. I ain't got time to get in the fucking terms of shit down, you feel me, and shit. So you should be goddamn fucking lucky and shit. Alright, so I'm going to move the camera over. Next. Alright, wheel speed sensor wire, go ahead and remove those. So now bolt it in, push them out. Now you'll notice this link, bottom of it is already busted or whatever. When a car came in, I'll show you in a second, well at the end, there's actually a hood, sorry, I'm rushing, a hole in the hood because the strut just pretty much shot up in the hood, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. The hood looked like someone shot it with like some type of big caliber bullet or something like that. I don't know, we'll figure it out, I don't know, whatever. But we're gonna get this off. So I'm gonna see if I could do it without locking the back of the you know, the stud for the sway link, 17 millimeter. So if it spins, then I'm gonna lock it. If not, then good for me. So I want to try it without it. Alright, that didn't work, so I'm going ahead and I'm going to lock it now. Alright, I'm locked. Just like that. So I'm Gucci, I'm good, I'm fucking solid. So go ahead and pull it out. Then you got your sway link out. Now I'm replacing this, so I'm put that off to the side. Alright, so you guys can see we got in a triangular pattern 1, 2, 3 13 millimeter nuts, as I explained a few minutes ago. So go ahead and take my 13 millimeter socket and my 1/2 inch cordless impact. It's not my gun, this is my buddy's gun. So guys probably got questions. Oh, let's talk about the gun. How good is it? No, this ain't my fucking shit. When I get my chance to fucking review it, that's when I'm gonna review it. So back it off. only take off 2, and you wait on your last one, because the last one, you don't want it to drop down and like do something like cut the axle boot, and then you're gonna be in a world of trouble. You're gonna have to replace the axle boot or put a new fucking axle on, so we don't want that trouble. So just rest this on here. Actually, I'm gonna sit this right here. I'm gonna back the camera up, and I'm gonna catch the strut before it fall with one hand, and the other hand back it off, so that way, let me show you guys, so that way you guys can see my you know, my technique and shit. All right, so I'm ready to back out. Like I said, hold with one hand, back it off with the other. Sometimes, because it'd be like a lot of rust build up in here and shit, sometimes just push it off the knuckle, or just be like me and take a hammer. Don't hit it too hard. Oh, shit almost made me take a knee and shit. God damn it. All right. And this is your whole strut assembly. Complete. Quad strut, that's what we call it. So I'm gonna get the other unit, and then just match it up, make sure it matches up real good, and put it back in. I shouldn't have to help you with matching it, because I hope I don't, because that's common sense, and I'm not insulting anybody's intelligence, because everybody like to be on crybaby on YouTube and shit. What's up with all of that? Everybody acting all soft and shit or whatever. Y'all, we ain't gonna get into it. Let me just go get the strut. All right, now the brand, just so you guys know, because I don't always talk about what brand I use and whatnot in my videos, and I didn't supply this. The customer did, but I want to tip my hat to them, because they did a good job. They got this brand, the Gabriel, whatever how you call it. Excuse me, I had to belch or burp, whatever the fuck how you say it. I like this brand. Never really had too many problems. These in Monroe, other brands, but don't spend too less on fucking struts. Meaning, don't be too fucking cheap, because you be fucking cheap. That's like when you go to fucking Pep Boys, not Pep Boys, Payless. You go to Payless and you go get you some Bobo shoes. Not saying everything from them and them Jones corny and nothing like that. Them Jones cheesy, you know, shaky and shit. I ain't saying none of that or whatever. I'm saying you want quality, you gotta pay for it. So somebody who interested in Jordans ain't gonna go get no corny ass Champions at Walmart. I'm just being real with you and shit, or whatever they sell Champions at Payless. I'm just being real with you. You gonna want quality, so you gotta pay for that shit. So if it's too cheap, make sure you be iffy about that shit. Don't just go out and fucking buy it. Check out the warranty. Make sure the fucking warranty is good. The warranty is straight. I understand if you can't afford it or whatnot, you know what I mean? You just need something that's to get you by, like, you know, A and B type time or whatever. So you go ahead and keep in mind that I'm getting something real cheap. Later down the line, I know this ain't gonna probably last me long, because I was being a cheap ass and shit. So keep in mind, if you're gonna go get something cheap, later in the line, you're gonna be replacing these joints again. So keep that in mind. So that's you. So get you a good brand, make sure you do some shopping. You can afford what you can afford. That's what you can afford. So that's that. So I'm gonna open the box. More so pull it up. And wanna match this. If I can get my chair be properly set right. Take the other strut, the old one. Match it up. Make sure the flanges for the bolts and everything look right. Make sure the bearing plate look right, everything match up. This is your bearing plate, by the way. Sometimes they got a bearing, sometimes they don't have a bearing. I think this one do, because it may rotate. I'm not sure, you guys can correct me. Actually, yeah, there is a rotating bearing in the inside. So let that sit right there. One thing you may have to swap over is your bracket for the ABS wire, which is this bracket right here. So I'll do that in a few, but for now I'll just go ahead and put it in. So if you want, you could use the nuts that they gave you. It's up to you. I'll put them to the side. I like to use the old ones, but these got the the locking capabilities. I call it like a locking nut, because it got like little plastic thing in there to help it jam up so it won't back out. So I might just use that again. So let's install. So same way you took it out, same way you put it in. You got a problem, rewind the video. You still got a problem after you rewind the video. I can't help you. So one hand up, one hand on it, the other hand, you up at the top with it, looking at it, making sure everything Gucci. Alright, so I think we good on the bearing part. Actually, I think we are. Hold on. Alright, hold on. We ain't good. We ain't good. So now I think we are. Hold on. Hold up. Alright. Next. Went ahead and already jumped the gun. I done put my 3 nuts on already from the strut tower on the top. So it's already in. If you don't know what it looks like it being on already, use your goddamn imagination. I'm pretty sure you got one of those. We all had one of those when we were a fucking child. Alright? Alright. So, you may need put a jack underneath this rotor. You probably won't. Me, I'm going to use muscle. So what you want to do is you're going to line up this knuckle up in here. It's common sense, right? So just line it up. So give me a second. Alright, give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right with you. I just sometimes when it's required for me to focus, I gotta shut the hell up. So give me a second. Yeah, take your other nut and when you got it lined up, go ahead, put it through the hole. So give me a second while I get my shit lined up, so. Alright, I got one in. That was a pain in the ass, wasn't it? It was, but don't be like me. If you can get a helper, get a helper. Most of my jobs ain't got no helper. We all know that. So get one through. Go ahead and tap the other one. So getting the other one is the same. Remember, you kind of got to push the knuckle in to get the holes to line up. Sometimes you got to push it in, sometimes you got to push it out. Alright, that's through. And now, I'm going to take a hammer and I'm going to hammer this in. Note that these got splines, but that's for when you're tightening it. And it is snug in more, so don't worry about once you push the bolt in, it won't go all the way through because it got splines. It made a stud oversized, but that's for a reason. So alright, now I'm gonna get my nuts on. Pause. Anybody from like Philly, Jersey, Baltimore, we all used to that word. We all know originated from like New York. I think, you know, them Harlem dudes. I was going to say the N-word. Y'all notice I don't use the N-word like that on my channel? Because y'all know people get all butthurt and start crying and shit. I ain't got time for that. So just get your nuts started. Once we get that started, remember that bracket I said I got to take off for the ABS wire? I'm going to go ahead and do so. I'm not going to show you guys how to do it because that's common sense, but give me 1 second. Alright, now, well, I done went and had already connected, put the bracket back on, literally sleeves on to the other bracket, That's on the strut. It's common sense. It's held in with a 10mm bolt. I don't need to show you, but I'll leave the picture in the end of the video so you guys know exactly what I removed. Even though I already explained to you guys, I'm gonna be nice again because I don't want people crying or whatever and shit. So, bam, got that on. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a 21mm, same size to everything I use, and I'm gonna take the impact gun. I'm going to drive it through and tighten it. Mind you, these splines, I'm going to take a hammer, because once they catch inside the hole, everything can be snug in. Nothing won't spin around. I can just go ahead and tighten it without locking the other side. Uh-oh, hold on. Alright, so that didn't work. Me being a dumbass, I'm going to lock the other side. Alright, second one. Make sure they nice and tight. You ain't gotta go all Superman, but once the bitch don't turn no more, give it like a nice 1/4 inch turn, and that's that. So next I'm gonna get the sway link. Now you gotta pay attention too when you get sway links and ball joints and all that good shit. Let me show you in a second. You'll notice on the back side there'll be a hole, and there'll be another package in the box saying for you to, well, they're not saying, but it's common sense that it got a bleeder screw. Screw the bleeder screw in, then you gotta pump some grease in it. Sometimes they come lubed up, sometimes they don't, but this one, actually we do got holes for it, right there, and then there should be another one right here. So I'm gonna check the bag and make sure I got bleeder screws, because I swore this one didn't have it, but I was a little salty Russian, so I got my bleeder screws right there. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and screw them in now, and then later when I'm done everything, I'll take a grease gun and I'm gonna pump some grease in it. It's already grease in it because I can see it coming out, but I'm gonna pump a little in it. And plus, you know, I'm one of those technicians, I like to leave you know how when you're working on something and then you want to like leave a little mark, like a little grease mark, let motherfuckers know you was in it and shit, like little shit like that, like let motherfuckers know that it was serviced and shit.
Dogs walk around and piss on poles.
That's right, that's right. You gotta mark your territory.
So,
all right, sometimes these bleeder screws, they pain in the ass to get in, just the threads on it. What I like to do is I just take some pliers, literally pliers, and then tighten it down. Don't overkill it because you will stretch the threads in these. So let me go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. All right, I know I said I'd be right back, but I literally came back and I'm now going to show you guys. So you guys can see, like I said, take your screwdriver, tighten it down. As soon as it stops, you stop. Don't force it. I don't even care if you see threads sticking out still. Don't force it. So we Gucci. We good, we solid. Now match up your sway link with the old one. Make sure everything look good, everything solid, everything's the same size, everything look good, everything Gucci. It don't have to look good as long as it look Gucci, because Gucci is the next level up from good. So you got good, and then you got bad, you got bad, you got good, and then you got Gucci. So this shit is Gucci. So went ahead and put it in. It might be one of those deals where one side, it don't matter how you put it in. So one through the hole, just like when you having sex, put it through the hole. Put the nut on. And let's get the other one on. Now you may have a problem, hold on. You may have a problem getting this on. Make sure it's the same size. I did match it up, right? All right. So, of course, we got way more space to fucking go to get this sway bar. I mean, this sway link into the strut itself. So what I'm going to do is take a long pry bar and I want to pry down on the sway bar itself, not the link, but the sway bar, so that way it can line up into the hole. I got the car jack up, so it is flex on one side, so that's most likely why I can't get it on. So let me go ahead and get my pry bar. All right, got my pry bar. Put it in there. Bam. Make sure we in there right. And I'm gonna go ahead and press down on the link, like I said, and get this motherfucker popping. All right, for a second, y'all. Bam, just like that. See what I did? Now it's because I had the car jacked up. Now if I, well, on one side. Now if I had both fronts up, I had to, you know, flex the sway bar to get the link in. I'm Gucci. Now I'm gonna tighten up the sway link. If I can find my sizes. Remember they was a 17. This one might be a step up. It's an 18. I'll be back. So I may have to lock the back of it. Probably not, but we'll see once I try to tighten it. Oh, I was Gucci on that one. Then the next one, I'll try to get in there with my 3/8 gun. Hopefully I can get in there. Alright, so we made out good. So now, I already got the top tightened, so I'm just gonna go tighten the bottom up. Make sure that's good. That's Gucci. And then I'm pretty much done at the bottom, so I'm just going to make sure everything that I remove is good. So I got my 2 nuts and bolts that's tightened, my 2 nuts for the sway links that's tightened. I gotta grease up the sway link, so let me go ahead and do that. All right, so assuming y'all can see, so I'm gonna show you how to do one bleeder screw, but I'm gonna make sure I do both of them. So it's easy. It's just like having sex, like how I tell y'all most of my videos. Put the penis in and shut the hell up, just like that. So go ahead and put it in. Make sure it's in. You'll know once it's in because you can't shove in no more. So go to pump grease until you see grease spitting out a little bit. Not literally spitting out, but like you see it starting to come out. And once it come out, you know it's full. All right. Got grease on that, okay. I'm gonna do the bottom. But I said I ain't gonna show y'all the bottom, because I showed y'all the top. That's common sense. So I'm in there, hit a couple pumps. We good. Really? Like 2 to 3 pumps is good. You could give it a 4th pump. That's up to you. I ain't got nothing to do with that, really. I meant to tell this customer too. I don't know if you guys can see, but over here, looks like someone did some suspension work. The outer tie rod, inner tie rod is mad crooked and bent, and no one tightened up the jam nut for it. So I don't know what the deal is with this shit. So I'll probably let them know. That's definitely going to be more work and shit. So that's good. Not only that, they need a boot for the inner tie rod. We'll figure it out. So let me go ahead and move to the top of the hood so I can show you guys the hood, and then I gotta tighten down. Well, I'll tighten down the 3 nuts, and then I'll show you guys the hole. So I'll be right back. All right, now, like I said, tighten up the 3 nuts. You could wait till the wheels down on the ground, so that way the studs are fully pushed up on the strut tower. You don't have to, it's optional. You can tighten it. I'm tightening it right now. Now don't be going ham, tightening this joint all crazy. Once it's tight, it's tight. And we'll put the wheel on. Making sure everything I did is straight. So I did say save yourself some money, save yourself some time. These tires smell good. Whenever I got that strong rubber smell, you know the tire's fresh. Kind of like that smell a little bit, like the railroad. The smell from like the trains, you know, the L. Well, where I'm at, it's called the L, or the sub, or whatever and shit. Let's see, right. The tire is really strong. It's a fresh ass tire. So you get to this point, you put the tire on, you know you completed the job, you didn't triple check, double check, quadruple check, I don't know, whatever. Make sure everything is nice and tight. Get your wheel on, and you know, you should be Gucci. You should be good to go when you test drive this shit. So let me get this wheel on. Now don't be like me and your mom's driveway, whatever driveway you went, doing this shit with just the jack. Make sure you use a jack and jack stands. I didn't use a jack because, you know, that's my shit. I know safety is safety or whatever, but you know, I don't be having plans to be long on this joint. Like I just really get it out, get it in, and get it the fuck out of my fucking face and shit. So that's just how I am and shit. So I think I got dirt on the threads. Alright, that's cool. And you can save yourself some money. You can save yourself some money. For me, the way I would have wrote this up, it would have been an hour for each strut to install labor. So 1 hour this side, hour the other side, so you 2 hours in. Some shops could easily charge you anywhere between, I don't know the labor rate, but it could be between 160 to anywhere between 160 to like $200 for the labor to do both sides. It could be cheaper. It could be more. I don't know. I'm just saying, if it was me, if somebody came to me and Leek, I got these quick struts, can you install them? Like, how much would you charge? Like I said, I would have literally charged like hour labor. So I'll probably 2 hours labor. So I probably would have charged between, like, you know, like, let's just say 160. I would have charged 160 to do what I just showed you guys. Now I know you guys like, dang, it didn't take you that long. Well, of course it wouldn't take me that long because I do this for a living. So it's like repetitious, but it could be a lot more involved. Something can go a lot wrong. It just so happened that I went through the job a lot smoothly. Not all strut replacements go smooth. Lucky you ain't gotta disassemble the strut. From time to time, like I had a car last week, I disassembled the strut 2 weeks ago, actually. We'll get those. I do got a video on the Ford Mustang. I disassembled it, but I don't want to show nobody how to do that because it's dangerous. So save yourself some money, save yourself some time. Watch the video. Hope you guys like it. Check out my other videos. I don't know how I can help you out. Pretty sure I can help you out doing something. Just check out my shit. And make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. Hit subscribe and smash on the bell button next to the goddamn subscribe button and all that good shit. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. So that's that. I'm Leekautorepair. Hold on, wait. Alright, we in there. Hold on, make sure the wheel's tight. Alright, top to bottom, left to right, we all good. So I'm Leekautorepair. That's that. Sorry for the long ass outro, so, but I'll let you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, notice the end of the video, but I wanted to show you guys. So the shit that was bad, blew a hole right there in the hood. Let me go, yeah, side of it right here. You see, literally straight through. And can't explain how it happened. I didn't go over it, and then just to check to see it coming out and like literally punching through. I was just asked to do this job, so I did it. So make sure you guys replace your struts, or you're gonna have one of these through your head.